Good morning, YouTube and StreamYard fans. This is Philip Reynolds, and I am live in the Apple Wayback Studios. This is where I actually did my original broadcasts. This is my mom and dad's house. This is where I got started in the basement. So today we've got Dundee versus Dixon in a Dundee, he's got 80 stamina. Dixon has 90 stamina. Dundee is in the red corner, and Dixon is in the blue corner. I've tried this twice already, and when I have to apologize, when I first tried this, I was at Jeff Weiler Auto, and I didn't have my headset on, and my sound wasn't working. I'm here at my parents'. My sound's working, hence no headphones. And I'm seeing how things go this time. In the first time I tried this offline, Dundee got down to fatigue in the 7th round, and Dixon still had some stamina in the round. And the when I was at Jeff Weiler, Dundee was at 25 stamina, and Dixon was at 57 stamina, and that was with 6 rounds. Going into the 6th round. So I'm starting over. Third go at this. We'll see how things go. We're at the Bleacher Bum Gaming Arena for this featherweight bout between Dundee and Dixon. And I'm going to do one more thing. Right. If any of you would like to join me, and I'm saying that because John may or may not be on, the StreamYard link there is in the comment section. So feel free to join up and link up with me. I've been watching rewatching some Glory Days boxing videos. The Lower Slower board gamer, Chris Stratt Delaware. I've been watching some of Rob's stuff, and I've been watching some of Al's stuff. And I have to say, they all do a very, very excellent job of commentating on the game. I'm maybe a little rough at this, so I'll go slow and see how well we can do here. And we will go down to, like I said, the Bleacher Bum Gaming Arena facility, and we will see how things handle out here. Right. Okay, 6. Nothing on the outside for Dundee. Nothing on the inside for Dixon. Let's see. And I believe momentum is going to Dundee. So we're on the outside. We'll be going on the outside for this. This is a toe-to-toe exchange. Dixon has the Old Master trait. which means -1 punches from Dundee on toe-to-toe exchanges, and he's got a 39. It's on the outside. That's 2 punches landed, but we subtract 1, so 1 punch will land for Dundee. We roll for Dixon now. 68, also on the outside, and that will be a miss. We do the counter, and I'm going to roll because I don't know. So 12-0 on the counter, and so we just Dundee has the 1 punch that landed, and he's up 1-0, 1 punch to none. We go to the 240 mark. 4, 3, 5, 7. Okay. 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside. We're still looking on the outside. 83 will be a clinch. Nothing landed there. We go down to the 220 mark. 6 and 6. This goes to Dixon, and this is on the outside. 11 on the outside will be 4 punches for Dixon, which means he will get momentum. We go to the 2-minute mark. Dixon with momentum. Right. 3, 4, 19. Okay. We've got nothing on the inside for Dundee. Nothing on the inside for Dixon. We are with Dixon now. 46 on the inside. That will be 2 punches landed for Dixon. Okay. 26, and we're on the inside. That will be 2 punches land for Dundee. And that is a possible cut swelling chance. That needs to be, I'll re-roll this. And that is going to be higher than any cut, so no cut this round. And we go to the 140 mark. One, 6, 10, 7. So 2 on the outside. So this will be Dundee on the outside, 87 on the inside. That's clinch. No punches landed. Okay. Takes us to the 120 mark. Okay. 1 on the inside, 2 on the outside. This will be Dixon, 2 on the outside, 53 on the outside. That is a miss. Checking the counter. That is nothing on the counter, so no punches. Okay, go down to the minute mark. 2 on the outside, 1 on the outside. So this will be on the outside for Dundee. We got 17. That will be 3 punches landed. And that's going to be above any defense. So that means momentum will go back to Dundee. We'll go down to 40 seconds to go in the first round. 3, nothing on the inside, nothing on the inside. This will be Dundee. We're going on the inside. And we're looking at 94. That's clinch. Nothing landed. Okay. Last segment. Outside nothing. Outside Dixon won, so Dixon will get this. 39 will be, and we're looking outside, 39. That will be 2 punches land, and that will be no defense or counter. Yeah, there's no defense here because it's a 9. It's higher, and that will take us to the end of round 1. And that last bit there where he got 2 punches in is the difference of this round so far. Dixon got 8 punches in, which takes Dundee to 72, and 6 punches in for Dixon. That will take him to 84. So there's a difference of 12. Punch differential of 12. And Dixon wins round 1, pretty much. I'm trying to keep tabs here on the score sheet as to who won which round. A DX will be Dixon, and a DN will be Dundee. So far, it's Dixon, of course. I've only had one round. Dundee has momentum for round 2 at the start of round 2. We'll go to the 3-minute mark, and we'll start round 2. Okay. Nothing on the outside. This will be outside Dixon, 19 on the outside. That is within his power. That will be 4 punches land, and that is in his power. So we will check the knockdown. We look over here for knockdown, which would be a 3 or less, and that's 9, so there's no knockdown. And we go to the 240 mark. This will be to Dixon on the inside, 97 on the inside. That will be a foul. He gets 1, 6, and that is he just went above the belt on that one because his foul is a 5 or less, and he gets a 6. It's judges declared it right above the belt. Otherwise, that would have been a foul. So we go to 220. Inside. This will be Dundee. We're on the inside. 50 on the inside will be miss. No counter. And we go to, wait a minute, I'm sorry. To miss. And it was, okay. It was a miss, which in the counter is good for, so Dixon will get 2 punches in, and we're looking at his side of the things. 80 will be a miss as well, and we'll have to check Dundee's counter here. 17, nothing. Okay, that takes us to the 2-minute mark. Outside 2, this will be Dundee, 38, and that will be a power check. 38 will be 2 punches land, and that is a power knockdown check, and 17 is way no. So we will go to the next action. 6-6. This will be Dixon. 44 for Dixon. That's 2 punches. Momentum goes to Dixon. And we're looking at defense. We add 1 punch, and we will go to the 120 mark. One is 2 on the outside. This will be Dundee. 85 on the outside will be a miss, and counter will be 2 punches, so that's 12, which takes us to the 1 minute mark for round 2. Right, inside zip. This will be, we're looking at Dixon first, 38 for Dixon, and that is on the inside zip, okay. 38 on the inside will be 2 punches land for Dixon, okay. And then we flip over to Dundee. We roll for Dundee. 10 for Dundee on the inside. He will get 3 punches. And that is it. There. 40 seconds to go. This will be going to Dixon. 81 will be a miss. Counter is also a miss. 20 seconds left. So this will be Dundee on the outside, 35 on the outside will be 2 punches land, and that will be it. All right, and Dundee, with that, Dundee gets back momentum at the very end. Dundee got 7 punches in, which takes Dixon down to 77. And Dixon got 14 punches in. And I like to be safe than sorry. That's why with this, it takes him down to 58. There's a 19 point differential. Okay. And I'm getting ready for round 3. Dundee has advantage beginning of round 3. And we go to the third minute. All right, going to the 3rd minute. And that one looks like Dixon wins that one as well. He got 14 punches in, and Dundee got 7. Dundee has momentum here. 3, 5. This will be Dixon on the outside. You got 12 on the outside. Will be 4 punches land. And no defense. It's above any defense. So we go to the 240 mark. And that brings momentum to Dixon. 1 on the inside. This will go to Dundee. 32 on the inside. 2 punches land. And control back to Dundee. And that takes us to the 220 mark. 2 is 1, 4 is none. So this will be on the inside. It will be Dundee. 90. That's a clinch. Nothing happens that round. We go to the 2-minute mark. So Dundee still has momentum. 4, 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside. This will be on the outside. Possible cut chance. 2 is definitely a cut chance. 22 for Dundee means 2 punches land, because this is a toe-to-toe exchange here. We will roll for the cut for Dixon here shortly. 99, that will be a rare event, but let's check the cut chance for Dixon, and we know it was good. The 2, that will be swelling right eye for Dixon. Okay. No rolls for stoppages at this point. Let's go to the rare event, see what happens here. 36. It says fighters engage in vicious toe-to-toe exchange. 6 punches land each. Well, that's going to be 5 punches land because of the toe-to Dixon gets -1 on punches landed for toe-to-toe. So Dundee will get 5, so that will put him at 9. And 6 will put him at 10. Okay. And we go to the 140 mark. And because Dundee had the momentum, he still has it here. And 46, this will be Dixon. 44, 2 punches land. He will get momentum and defense, so he gets 11 with that. Take away 1 punch. And we go to the 120 mark. Outside. This will be outside for Dixon. 59 on the outside. That is a miss. Counter is also a miss, so we go to the minute mark. 3-0. This will be outside for Dixon. 13 on the outside will be 4 punches for Dixon. Gets him to 15. And we go to the 40-second mark. 3 will be nothing. This will be outside Dixon. 37, 2 punches land. And no defense. So we go to the last segment of the third round here. Inside one. This will be on the outside. We've got Dixon going first. 96 will be a foul, so he gets one. And we will roll. That will not be considered a. Wait a minute. Actually, if we're looking, that will be considered a foul. We're going to roll 2. That will be a low blow. And for low blow, that is a warning. Just warning, nothing more. And that will be the end of this round. And we had a swelling of the right eye on Dixon. We had a low blow by Dixon. 9 punches by Dundee. And 18 punches by Dixon. That puts Dundee at 40. And that will put Dixon at 68. And even though he's got the swelling of the right eye and the low blow, that's still a win for Dixon for this round. That might not be the case if you were using judges, but we're just strictly going by, punches landed. We are going to the fourth round here, and Dundee's stamina is at 40, and Dixon's stamina is at 68. And let us go down to the arena. Okay. Inside zip. This will be outside for Dixon. 95 on the outside. That will be another foul. So Dixon will get 1 hit. This time it is not a foul because it's above the foul check there, which he's got 19 on that. So it's above a foul, no foul. And that will take us to the 240 mark. One on the inside. This will be on the inside for Dixon. 80 on the inside will be missed. And that's going to be above the counter, so that is no punches there. We can go to the 220 mark. 3 be nothing. This will be outside for Dixon. 65 on the outside. That is a miss. And it'll be a miss on the counter as well, so no punches landed. Takes us to the 2-minute mark. 5 will be 1 on the inside. So this will be Dundee. This is on the inside. 83 on the inside. That is clinch. No punches landed. That takes us to the 140 mark. Okay. 4 is 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside. Dixon gets it here. That is 9. 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside. We're on the inside, and that is 9 on the inside. That would be 4 punches land for Dixon. And nothing, yeah, for Dundee. 83 will be clinch. So the punches that he got will be taken away. And I think that was 1 or 2. So I'm going to take 2 away. So we go to 120. 4 is 2 on the outside, 2 on the out. This is outside action. This is Dixon first, 63. That would be a miss, and it is finally Dundee might get a chance to, and that will be 73. That will be a miss, and that will also be a miss. Down to 1 minute to go here. 5, 1 on the inside. This will be Dundee. 73 on the inside. That would be a miss. And be above. So nothing doing for Dixon. And we go to 40 seconds left to go in round 4. This will be Dixon on the outside, 63 on the outside. That will be a miss. And the counter is also a miss. So we go to the last segment of round 4. Okay, 3 and 3. This will be inside to Dixon. He's got 26 on the inside. That will be 3 punches land, so that means he goes to 6. And that will be it. And this is overwhelmingly Dixon's, because Dixon got 6 punches landed, which makes it 34 to start next round. And Dundee got 0 punches to land that one. So it's pretty much Dixon is up, has double the stamina that Dundee has right now. And we are midway through this 10-round matchup. Dundee has 34 stamina. Dixon has 68. Dixon has won all 4 rounds so far, but you never know what could happen in a boxing match. So let's go back down and continue on with things. We're in the 5th round. Right. All right, and I'm going to slow this down a bit so that you kind of get a idea, John, of exactly what we're looking for. Okay. You see the 2 and the 1. We look at the traits. That 2 there says 1 on the inside for Dundee. And the 1 for Dixon says Okay, and that 1 says, ooh, go back. 2 has 1 star for Dundee. Now 1 has 2 stars on the inside. So Dixon wins this matchup. We go to the 4, the next dice, the 4, and that's above his power, so there's no power coming into play here. It's just regular straight out dice roll for it, and we're looking on the inside, so we're looking on this side of things. It's a 12, that would be 4 punches land for Dixon. And if you look at the 17, that will be above any defense because it only goes 1 to 5 on defense here. So no, he doesn't absorb any punches there. Dundee doesn't absorb any punches, and momentum's because he made some punches there. Dixon still retains control of things, and we're at the 240 mark. Five. 1 on the inside, 1 on the outside. So we're going to go on the outside. And the reason, even though it's 1-1 here, we go on the outside because Dixon has momentum. The person with momentum always is the superseder here. So you're going to be going on the outside. 90 on the outside will be a miss. And it says on miss, check the counter. We've got an 8 and there's nothing. So neither fighter scores any punches. Momentum stays with Dixon. And we've got to roll for Dundee because it was a toe-to-toe. 55 to miss. And Dixon's check is way above any counter, so no punches landed that way either. Take us to the 2 minutes. 5 will be 1, 2 will be 1. We are going on the outside. Okay. That was a 2. Going on the outside. 22 on the outside will be 3 punches land. Okay. And 2 on defense, only 1 of that. We go back 1 because he absorbs 1 of those. And we will roll for Dundee. In 11, that's 4 punches land, but because of the old master trait, only one of those gets blocked, so that means 3. And we go on to the 140 mark. And you'll see that if you look here, Dundee has no traits. In Dixon, it says -1 from opponents' punches land on all toe-to-toe exchanges. So when they're equal and you have to roll like on either the inside or the outside, say Dundee was the one that like in the last bout, say he got a 26. Instead of 3 punches landing, only 2 of those punches would land because of Dixon's trait. That's what that's saying. And we're at the 120 mark. 0. This will be an inside exchange. It will be a power, so we'll check for knockdown. Inside 18, 4 punches will land. Okay, we will check for the knockdown. And you see this here, 14, it's above a knockdown. So that is not applicable. And that will be the end of this exchange. And we go to 120 mark. This will be we're going on the outside. We go Dixon first. He's got a 10. It'll be inside 10. That will be 4 punches land. And we roll for Dundee. 56. That will be a miss. And we check Dixon's, and that will be above any counter because that's a 9, and it only goes up to 7. 1 minute. Dixon still has momentum. 4-4. This will be Dundee. 71. That will be a miss. And that will be a miss on the counter. So Dixon still has momentum, and 40 seconds left to go in this round. Inside 1, outside 1. We're going on the outside, 47. 2 punches will land for Dixon. And what do we get for 4 on the outside? That will be 3 punches will land for Dundee. Okay. And the last segment of this 5th round here. Okay. 4-4. This will be outside for Dundee. 86. That will be a clinch. That will be the end of this 5th round right here with that clinch. And let's see what we got. Got 16 punches for Dixon. And we've got 6 punches for Dundee at 62. Stamina left for Dixon. That will leave us 18 for Dundee. And Dixon is still in good shape. And that is another round for Dixon. Dundee's going to have something incredible happen in these last few rounds here, these last 5 rounds, in order for him to even stand winning this bout. Okay, so we're going to the 6th round. And all right. First off, we're rolling the red. We get 1 on the inside, 1 on the outside. And because Dixon still has momentum, we're going on the outside for this. The next thing to do is to roll the 20-sided. That's above power, so it will not be a power check. And 74 will be miss. And the counter is above any counter, so no punches are landed in that part. But Dundee gets his turn now. 78. That's a miss. And we will re-roll that, and that will also be a miss. So no punches are landed in that first. Wow. Hard to believe after all that, no punches landed. 240. We're going outside 2, outside. This will be outside for Dundee. 56 will be miss, and that will be a miss. So we go to 220. We're going inside for Dixon here. 40, yeah, it's 46. So that'd be 2 punches land finally for Dixon, and no counter on that, no defense on that. So we're going to the 2-minute mark. 2 on the outside, 2 on the outside. We're going on the outside. Dixon goes first, 53. That's a miss, and that is a miss. We go to Dundee. 78. That is a miss, and that is also a miss. So we're going to 140 with only 2 punches being thrown so far in this round. Wow. Oops. We'll have to re-roll all that. Nothing on the outside. This will go to the outside. Dixon, 58. That's a miss. So that doesn't affect the power. So counter for Dundee. And he will get 2 punches on the counter, which means momentum finally goes back to Dundee. And we go to the next segment. This takes us to the 120 mark. Outside, outside. Dundee gets this. 18. 2 punches will land for Dundee. And we will roll now for Dixon. 12. And we're looking on the outside. And he will get 4 punches. So that will take us to 6. And Dixon will get the momentum back. We're down to a minute. One on the inside, 2 on the inside. We're going on the inside with Dixon. 28 will be 3 punches land. Okay, and that's above any defense, so 3 punches land, and that will be the end of that segment. You go down to 40 seconds left. We are going on the inside. It's a toe-to-toe exchange here. Inside, 11 for Dixon will be 4 punches land. The 4 punches land. And for Dundee, 35. And that means 1 punch will land. And Dixon will still have momentum. And we go to the end of round 6 here. 1-1. We are going on the inside. 24 on the inside for Dixon. 3 punches will land. Okay. And that is going to be a power check for Dixon. But if you look to 19, so he's okay. No chin knockdown there. And 24, and we're looking on the inside. 3 punches land. Okay. And I think we're rolling for Dundee. 84, that will be clinch. So all the punches that he got, that will take him back down to 16-0. No punches landed. And that will be the end. So Dixon got 16 punches in. Dixon got 16 punches in, which leaves Dundee with a stamina of 2. And 5 punches were landed by Dundee, which leaves him a stamina of 57 to 2, and we're in the 7th round here. We're going to the 7th round. And still not fatigued, but after this round, Dundee probably will be. So let us go and see how things wind up here. All right. Dixon still has momentum here. 4-2 on the outside. So this will be Dundee. 79 will be miss. No punches land. Dixon is still 3, none on the inside. Outside by Dixon, 95, and that will be a foul, so he will get 1 punch. 15 will be above any foul, so there's no foul committed. But he does get 1 punch, and that will be the end of this one. 220. One on the inside, 2 on the inside. This will be Dixon on the inside. 30 on the inside will be 3 punches land. And take one of those away. So because of the 1 here, that means defense took 1. So 3 punches land. We're at the 2-minute mark. Two on the outside, 2 on the outside. We're looking on the outside. 60 for Dixon. That will be a miss, and that will be a miss. Nothing there. Let us go to Dundee. Let's check Dundee's part of it. 85, and that will be a clinch. So take 1 point away there from Dixon, and we go to 140 mark. 5-5. We're going on the outside to Dixon. There is going to be possibly a cut chance. 19 says no on the cut chance, and 67 is a miss anyway. And we will have to roll. And that was a 3. So Dundee will get 2 via a hook on the counter. And we go to 1. We go to the 120 mark. I'm sorry, we go to the 1-minute mark. That was the 120 mark. 4-1, 2 on the outside. We're going on the inside because Dixon still has momentum. That will be a power check. 14 says no on knockdown. 63, it wouldn't matter because he missed. And going to re-roll that just for the idea of counter, and no on the counter. So we go to the 42nd mark. Okay, 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside. This is an inside battle here. 54 is a miss. Miss on the counter. And we go to Dundee. 59 is a miss. And that will be a miss for Dixon as well. Last portion of round 7 here. 1, 2 on the outside. This will be outside action for Dundee. 62 is a miss. 5 on counter means that he will get, Dixon will get 2. Not a lot of punches on this one, but Dixon got 4 and Dundee got 2. That makes 55 stamina for Dixon, and Dundee is fatigued. And okay. Just a second here. Oh, it's right in front of my, right below me here. Clinching, stamina, example, Vince. Trying to find stuff on. So now I have to show you this. Now, since Dundee is fatigued, we're looking at these numbers, 3, 6, with regards to power, where it says 3, and in parentheses, we're looking at the parentheses number. 3 for power, 6 on the chin knockdown, and then 4, 4, 6, 3. And these would be if it was 12 or 15 rounds over here. But in our case, it's only a 10-round match, 3 on power, 6 on chin knockdown for Dundee. So that's what I wanted to clarify, was the idea of fatigue, what that all entailed. So that was a quick check. All right. So we are in the 8th round. And so far, Dixon has led this entire fight. We're in the 8th round. And pretty much I can just write fatigued in the last 2 boxes for, okay. Dixon still has this will go to Dixon on the inside, 47. That will be 2 punches land. And it's above Dundee's defense. So that will be the end of that round. I mean, that segment, 240. Okay, this will be Dundee. This will be power. This will be a power check. 24, 3 punches. Wait a minute, 1 on the inside. Okay, so yes, this will be Dundee. This will be a power punch. And 24 means he gets 3 punches land. We will check for the knockdown. And look at 17, that's no knockdown. So we go to the 220 mark. Three will be nothing. 4 will be nothing. We're still looking at Dixon. 72 will be a miss. And that will be a nothing on the counter. And so we check Dundee. 75, that is a miss. And that is also a miss on the counter. We're at 2 minutes. 1-1. This will be inside for Dixon. 50 is going to be a miss. It's going to be a miss on the counter. And that will take us to Dundee. 14. And he will get, now, because he's fatigued, we already -1 from punches landed. So that puts it at 14. That already puts it at 2. And we're going to take away another punch because he's fatigued. So that means he will only land 1 punch here. Dundee will only land 1 punch, and we're at 140. 2 will be 1 on the inside, 1 on the outside. And because Dundee actually hit, this will be on Dundee's. So we're on the inside, 61. That's a miss, and that's a miss. And we will roll for Dixon on this. 49 will be miss and a miss. 120. Yeah, 120. Oh, actually, we're going to go to the 1. Inside 1, outside 1. Dundee is, this will be a foul for Dundee, and this will be, believe it or not, that will be a foul. We're going to roll on the foul for Dundee. Or actually, I take that back. It won't be a foul because I'm looking at the red and not the blue. So no foul. but he does get the point for a punch, and that will be the end of that. 40. Two on the outside. So this will be Dundee. Dundee has control here. 59 will be a miss. Will be a miss on the counter. So we go to the next action, the last action of round 8. Okay. 4-4, outside, inside. We're looking at the outside on Dundee. 90 will be a clinch, so no punches will be landed. And believe it or not, guys, hello, good to see you. I just happened to look up and see that somebody showed up. This is the first round out of 8 that Dundee actually was better at as far as punches landed. He got 5 punches landed, and Dixon got 2, which Dundee is already fatigued. That takes Dixon's stamina down to 50. So 50 to fatigued. Dundee is still hanging in this race, and Dundee actually won that round. But so far, it's been Dixon has been controlling this this match, even though he's got swelling over the right eye, and even though that he had a low blow, and both of those came in the 3rd round. Other than that, this has pretty much been Dixon's fight, but Dundee did win a round, and we are going to the 9th round here with Dixon still with 50 stamina. Hey, how's it going? How's it going, John? We're in the ninth round. Dundee is fatigued. Dixon is at 50 stamina, and he started at 90. And it's pretty much been a Dixon's fight here. Even though there was a swelling of the right eye and a low blow, I'm doing good. Dixon got a swelling in the right eye, and he had a low blow. Both of those came in the 3rd, but that wasn't enough to cancel out everything that he did. But we are going to the 9th round, and I will switch cameras here. All right. Okay, John, we're going to take this slow for you. We have 5-5. We look at the cards here. Yeah, I'm at my parents' this morning. I had to get my car. I had to get a oil change in my car, and I had to stop at my parents. As you see here, Dundee has 1 star, and he's on the inside. We look at 5. Dixon here is on the outside. Dixon wins this matchup, so we are on the outside. Then we roll we'll roll, because we're looking at Dixon, we'll roll the blue dice first. And that's no power chance there. Okay. We've got 66 on the dice. And if you look at 66 and we're on the outside, that says miss, check opponent's counter. And we're looking at something from the 1 to 6 range. So let us look there. We get a 17, so no counter, and that means that no punches were thrown. And that takes us to the 240 mark. And right now, Dundee still has momentum from last round. Okay, oh wow, 2 doubles in a row. We've got 2 on the outside for Dundee. Nothing on the inside for Dixon, so this will go to Dundee. We get a 9, so no power. 60 on the roll, which means there's nothing, no punches landed. So we will roll for counter for Dixon. 12, nothing. No punches. Wow. Okay, here. We've got outside. This will be Dundee on the outside. We've got a possible cut chance. We look at the 9. There is no cut for Dixon. 56 was the roll, which is a miss. So we will roll for the counter. And there's no counter. So still no punches landed, and we're at the 2-minute mark. Okay. 2, 1 on the inside, 2 on the outside. So this will go to Dixon on the outside. Possible cut chance. 18 will be no cut. And the roll will be 38. Will be, and I'm on the outside, 38. So that will be 2 punches land. Takes us halfway through the first to get some punches landed, and we got to check and see if any are taken away due to defense, and that is a no. Go to 140. Inside 1, outside 1, and we are looking at Dixon here because Dixon was the one that just got control by the last punches that he had. So we're looking on the outside. No power roll. 38. 2 punches will land. Let's see if there's a counter. No counter. So takes us to 120. 1 outside, 2. This will be all Dundee. That will be no power. 80 will be a miss. We'll check and see if there's a counter by Dixon. That is no punches landed. Wow. Okay. 5, 1 on the inside. This will be inside for Dundee. 43 he'll get 2 punches in. Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. That is a 6. So no defense. So no punches taken away. And we go to 40 seconds. 2, 1 on the inside. This will be Dixon on the inside. Possible knockdown there. And, oh, This is a knockdown. So we are going to roll for the. We're going to roll for the. Actually, before I do anything, it is a chin knockdown, but 46 means that he gets, and that's on the inside. It means he gets 2 punches. Knockdown. So will he get back up? We'll do a will check here. 4 or less, and this fight's over, and it's good to go. He gets up, and that was a 7 count. Whoa! He just got up. Wow, he just got up, and we're on the last segment of round 9 here. Inside, zip. Outside, this will be Dixon, 85. That will be clinched. No punches land. So, Dundee got 2 punches in. That takes him to 48. And Dixon got 6 punches in, but it's meaningless because he's fatigued as it is. And I could roll out this last. I mean, I'm gonna roll it out just for giggles, so to speak. But he would have to have a phenomenal. Dundee would have to have a phenomenal round. He'd have to have a knockout in order for this to be, because he's only won 1 round. So we'll roll it out. Dixon still has momentum, and let us go, and we will check and see how things go. All right. 6. This will be inside Dixon. Okay. Inside Dixon. It will be a power. It will be a power check. So let us roll for chin knockdown. He needs a 6 or less. Oh, and that is a knockdown. Now we got to do a will check. Will he get up? 4 or less. And this is over. And it is, oh, look at that, guys. He gets up. Wow. Dundee gets up. And that was after a count of 1. And let us roll. Dixon got, and that is on the inside. Dixon got 3 punches in that. Takes us to 240. 3-0 on this. This will be on the outside, Dixon. No power move. 81 will be a miss. Let's check the counter. Nothing on the counter. That takes us to the 220 mark. Inside, zip. This will be outside. Dixon has 1 star, so this will be Dixon. Possible cut. And that will not be a cut. 18's higher. And 53 will be a miss. And that will also be a miss. So no punches landed there. We're halfway through this second round. Only 3 punches have been landed. Okay. We've got 1 on the inside, 2 on the inside. So this will be Dixon. 82 is going to be miss and miss. And we go to 140. Two. This will be on the outside by Dixon. And the reason why this is on the outside is because if you look up here, momentum is on Dixon's side. So you read from, because it's, even though it's tied, and even though it says inside 1, and inside 1, and it says outside 1, you're reading from the guy that has momentum first. So we're looking at the outside. We don't switch back when we read from the other guy's side. It's an outside check. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. I'll have to. It may depend on what my girlfriend thinks on that one. Wait a minute, and I rolled the wrong one. Okay, 5. That will not be power. That's above a power check. So we will roll 28, and we're on the outside. So 3 punches land. Means he's got 6 punches in. And will there be a counter? No, no counter. We're at 120. 4-3. Outside 2. Inside 2. So we're still on the inside with Dixon. It will not be any power check. 80 will be a miss. Let's try the counter. Do we get a counter? Yes, we do. Dundee will get 2 punches, and he finally is able to wrest momentum away from Dixon. We're at the minute mark. Two on the outside, 5 on the outside. Wow, we're on the outside. Dundee is going first. That is possible cut swelling on Dixon. Let us roll. 20, that is no. Dundee gets an 86. Clinch, no punches will land this segment. We're going to 40. Okay, 1-1. We are on the outside with Dundee. That will just outside power, so no power. And Dundee 7. That means because of Dixon's trait, we subtract 1, so he does get 3 punches in. And we go to Dixon. Dixon will get 10. We're looking on the outside. He will get 4 punches. And we're at the final 20 of round 10. This will be inside on Dundee. That will be nothing. And 89, that will be a clinch. So that is the end of this game. And let's see. Dundee got 5 punches in. He winds up with and Dixon wound up with 10, but he was fatigued. Dundee was fatigued, so it didn't matter but Dixon wound up with a 43 stamina on this. He managed to finish this fight. I mean, he's been fatigued since the 8th round. He managed to finish the fight, Dundee did, but except for the 8th round, this is pretty much a 9-1 victory as far as punches landed. This is a 9-1 victory in favor of Dixon. So judges based on point, the judge based on points, your unanimous decision winner is Dixon over Dundee, and it's no contest. I have what kind of questions did you have with regards to Glory Days Boxing, John? Is there something particular that you're stuck on or doesn't make sense or what? I've got my rules in that right here, and I figured maybe I'd go over some questions that you might have since got time here. So, are there any questions that you have that you're stuck on with this game? What's the sequence of rolls? Well, what happens is you roll your two-sided die. I mean your six-sided dice, and then you look at the top of your cards, and you'll see the traits, and you'll see stars. So I'm not going to be able to show it. But on this one, I roll a 6. So Dundee you'd look at the outside. He has no stars. On the other card, we're looking at the 1, the blue card. And you'll see that's Dixon, and he has two, so he wins that check. And then after you've rolled these, you roll, because he won the check, you roll for to see if he gets a power shot, so to speak. And on this case, there's no, because it was a 12, there's no power shot. Then you roll your 10-sided dice, and that 10-sided dice, because you rolled a 1. Let me see here. Okay. Oh. But say you rolled how'd I do this? Okay. Let's see here. You look, this was a 1. And that's 2 on the outside. And 6 was a 1 on the outside. So done. And basically, you look at the stars. You roll these first. That determines where you're looking at on the card. When I roll a 3 here, I'm looking at the trait number 3 where it says inside and there's no stars. So basically, Dundee probably is not going to get a win on that. If you look on Dixon's card, 6, and he has 1 star, so he would have won this action, and then you're going on the outside. You roll for power, and that was a 12, so no power shot, but you do roll to see how many punches he lands, and it says 90. and 90 is a clinch, which means there's no punches landed. And if your opponent, Dundee in this case, had landed some punches at that point in the bout, all his punches would be taken away. So if he landed 3 punches beforehand, when you have a clinch, no punches land, and that's pretty much the segment. And you keep kind of doing that. There's 9 segments per round. You'll see here there's 9 segments per round, and it's you go from the 3-minute to the 240 to the 220 to the 2-minute to the 140 to the 120 to the 1-minute to the 40 to the 20, and you kind of roll until kind of something happens. And I got, in my last match, I got a swelling over the right eye. You check for cuts when anytime you get a 19 or a 20, you check for a cut. So if Dundee rolls a 19 on his, say he rolls a 19, then you go to Dixon's dice, and he has a cut rating of 6. If that is higher than 6, when you roll, like this one is an 8, that's higher than the 6. So there is no cut. There was a possibility, but there's no cut. Now, if when he rolls that's 6 or less, then it is a cut. Then you go to this red section here, and you would roll, and it says, on this one it says 5. You check your chart, you check your red section, and with Dixon it says swelling left eye. So that means that he would have gotten a swelling over the left eye. You check the bottom chart here. If that's his first time, there's no roll for seeing if the fight stopped. Second time, same thing. But the third time, you'll see over here, if you get a 1 to 3 on the third time, then that means the fight stopped, and the match ends at that point. Also, if a fighter, and we'll look at Dundee's card here. If you do a chin knockdown, if you get a chin knockdown where it says 3 here, if you get that, then you roll for chin KO, and if it's 4 or less, then he's knocked down. Then he has to roll like for the will check to get back up, and if it's 4 or less, the match is over. If it's higher, then he gets up. And you notice I rolled 1 dice, and that's to show like what the count was. So basically, if you wind up getting a 0, what it means is he got up at the last second. Pretty much got up at the last second. You know, just as the guy was going to say 10. That's kind of what that means, is he got up. It's kind of the Rocky 2 scenario where it's like 3, 2, 1, and he gets up, and Apollo Creed's not standing there. That's kind of what that is. And then also if what happens if he gets knocked down in that, and that means that the opponent, the next round, goes unopposed, which means instead of rolling two dice, you only need to roll one. So if Dundee got knocked down, then Dixon would roll because he's in the red corner, and you're just looking at the stars then, and you're looking at the how many punches he landed, and there would be no defense, would be no counter because it's unopposed. He and if he gets if it's an unopposed action and Dundee got hit 3 times, then he'd have to do a will check, and that will check, if it's 4 or less on Dundee's card, that match is over with. And it's been a while since I've done a match. This has probably been the first match I've done in over a year with Glory Days boxing cards. I will say that I love these cards. These are my favorite cards of all cards that I've had a chance to deal with. The game is really good, and I've been talking to you for 10 minutes or so. So this match was about an hour and 20 minutes. So it depends on how long the match is. So yeah, but if you the next time I come on and do a match, you're free to and I will have to send you a link. That I do not know, but that would be really interesting because it would be interesting to see how Rocky progresses from movie 1 to movie 5 or movie 6 where he's Balboa, because he ages. It would be interesting to see how you take aging into account in this. I do have cards for Ezra Charles, and they have him in the light heavyweight set, but they also have him in the heavyweight set. So, you can use him in either of those situations in that. And the other thing is if you wanted to do like a heavyweight versus a middleweight, what you do, these cards, as you notice, these cards, check the stamp. If you notice, these cards have stamina, and the first number is for fights of 10 rounds or less. And the other one, the one where it says 100, that's for rounds of 12 or 15 rounds. Now, if I were playing like a heavyweight versus a middleweight, then what I would do is I would use the lower stamina for both boxers. And to do a heavyweight versus, 2 classes down, it's just something you couldn't do. You could do it maybe a class or 2 down, heavyweight versus middleweight or heavyweight versus lightweight, but you're not going to want to take a heavyweight versus a featherweight because believe me, that featherweight's going to get tossed after about 3 rounds, so to speak. It's my guess. But I do plan on on doing some more Glory Days boxing. If you checked out my last episode, I actually showed showed the fights that I'm doing next, and Ortiz is the other 10-round bout that I will do next. And yeah, that's right. And if you're, and like I said, that's the way I would do it too. Is just one weight class difference. You couldn't do it two or three weight class differences. Um, it just doesn't make any sense. But one weight class difference, yeah. But in that case, you use the lower stamina for both fighters because that only makes it would only be fair. That's the way I see it anyway. So, well, this is Philip Reynolds, guys. This one's a wrap. And John, you're welcome to come on anytime. I'll send you a notification or whatever. And the next time I do this, if you're able to come on, I'll go step by step, and you can kind of ask the questions that you want to ask, so that the viewers can see what it's like learning a game. I'm sure that there's others out there that might have the same kind of questions that you do. I know that the will check thing is the one that's very difficult to understand, when to roll for a will check, and usually that's like an unopposed or when you're stunned or whatever, and you've got landed three. The fighter has landed three punches when somebody's uh, you know stunned, and if they roll four or less or whatever that number is and less, that match is just over. Um, and this game does have referees, which come into account, and it has judges that also come into account, and that's when you roll your 20-sided dice. And whereas somebody that does gives it punch by punch, might see the fight one way with these judges. Some of them have biases, and if it's like 1 to 8, they'll give it to the person like in the red corner. If it's 9 to 16, they'll give it to the person in the blue corner, and that means that if it's higher than that, it's kind of a draw. And you just at that you just total up the points, and whoever wins, and you could have a draw. That's how you get your draws sometimes. But the thing to combat that is you just have three judges. You know, and the way I like to do that is you do one judge that's strictly based off of points, and you get two judges that have biases, and that sort of kind of evens things out. And you might still get a draw, but chances are not very likely. Your two biased judges, in order to have a draw, your two biased judges would have to kind of cancel each other out, and then it's pretty much off of points anyway. So you all take care, have a good day, and we'll see you on the flip side, guys. Take care.